Hi, kitty cats. There's probably gonna be a lot of background noise because things are going on in my house. Guinea pigs are crying for no reason, as though they never get fed when they actually get fed a lot. So yeah, just things going on. But I am here, and I know you haven't seen me in a while because I was having some medical issues. So, and we're still kind of tweaking things on that, like medications that I'm having to take, but I'll be okay. So I'm gonna do Mask Monday. I'm gonna do the Creme Shops Drink Up Skin. It's a penguin face. Animated animal face mask infused with moisturizing hyaluronic acid. Add character to your beauty regimen. So I'm gonna take scissors and cut this open because they don't seem to have a little tab or anything to open it up with. I hope everybody's doing okay. I know life is so crazy right now. And off with the glasses so I can. Ooh, this is a little drippy. Little drippy. But I don't think it's too drippy. We'll see. Penguin face. Okay. Make sure. Okay.
Alan's gonna love that.
So, yeah, we have this friend named Alan who's like afraid of penguins. And I know you think that's weird, but I'm actually kind of afraid of giraffes, so I can't really say much about being afraid of like things. This really doesn't look like a penguin. I look like a clown. Like, I do not look like a penguin. This is not, I don't think this would disturb him that much. However, I have a friend that's afraid of clowns. This might disturb them.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah. Like, this is a little weird.
Stuck.
You look like Harley Quinn's ex that was never introduced in the comics.
Yeah. So, this looks ridiculous. How long do I have to keep it on? Leave us on for 10 to 15 minutes. No rinsing necessary. Okay. So it's one of the ones where you like pat in afterwards, I guess. So, here I am. So we can talk for 10 minutes. Like I said, I was in the hospital last week. And I've been home for about 5 days, I think. 4 or 5 days. That's been okay. Some of the medications though are kind of harsh, but we'll see what happens. I like trying to. And I'm trying to get back into doing filming and getting on with my life, but I just don't always have the spoons to do it. I get fatigued pretty easily. We went out, like I was gonna do makeup, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a mask because I just don't think I have it in me today to like put on makeup. Tomorrow might be different, but today I was like, I'm just gonna do a face mask, have a little chit chat, you know, just do a very relaxing video where I look absolutely ridiculous with a rainbow freaking thing on and clown face that's supposed to be a penguin. This does not look like a penguin in any way at all. It's really creepy though. It's very creepy. This is gonna get some interesting pictures. You know what? I'm gonna take a couple snapshots with my phone for oh god, looks worse. Looks worse up close. get a few shots for the gram, right? Me looking absolutely ridiculous. I don't care though. You know what? This is the way it is. I look ridiculous sometimes. We all do. It's fine. And it's fun, right? So yeah, I've been home and trying to get back into the swing of things, but it takes time. And being there was interesting. I've never been in a hospital that long before. Like, I've only stayed in the hospital like overnight twice in my life, and it was just one night. So this was very different for me. And there was just so many nurses in and out, and even like there was a whole team of doctors talking to me. It was crazy. And I'm not going to get too specific about what was going on because it's kind of my business. But I did have some interesting roommates. I had 3 roommates the whole time I was there. You know, one each time. Like, one would come in and they'd, you know, go home, and then there'd be a new one. Because I was there for like 5 days. And so, yeah, I had 3 different roommates. Because most people were going in and out. So the first one I didn't really get to talk to that much, but she did love talking about her husband. She was like an older woman, like in her 70s, and she was just like, they kept saying like, are you gonna be okay? Is your husband gonna be able to help you, because you're gonna need help? And she was like, oh, my husband is 6'6", and he is a strong man. I was just like, this lady's hilarious. She's just like, I'm not worried, he'll take care of me. It was funny. And the second woman, her husband was actually visiting her every day while she was there. Like, he was like right on top of that. And she was pretty nice. She like was like calling her family to see how her pigs were. And one of her pigs had a litter. Not guinea pigs, these are actual pigs. She owns a farm. And she was pretty nice. We had some good conversations through our curtain, because we had a curtain like up between us, but we still talked. Yeah, she was pretty nice. And one night she was a little upset. She was like, I'm really stressed out about being here. She was like, could we just talk about anything? I was like, sure. And so we just talked about her farm. And that was fun. Like, I always love talking about animals and hearing about animals and what kind of farm animals she had. And yeah, she said also has a couple of really old dogs, and we talked about them. We talked about my really old cats, and she talked about, they have one cat on the farm that lives in the barn, and she said he has a fancy like heated cat house though inside the farm. She was like, yeah, she was like, it's a little unusual because usually cats just, you know, sleep in the hay. And she was like, but we treat ours very fancy. And I was like, that's adorable and cute. So, and I live in an area where there's lots of farms and so lots of barn cats and stuff. That happens. Actually, I live close to areas like that, I guess you could say. So I'm used to hearing about such things. But not about them having a heated, like, little house inside the barn. I was like, that's adorable. She's like, yeah, there's lots of hay in it. And we also have a blanket in there. Plus, like, you know, we have, like, a little heating system to, like, heat the house up. I'm like, oh my god. Like, they put like a heating pad or something in there. I don't know exactly how it works, but I just was like, that's funny and great that the cat has like a little heated area for them to sleep on during the winter. She said they tried to bring it into the house a few times, but he freaks out when he's in the house, which happens with a lot of like cats that are used to being outside. They don't like being inside. So anyways, there's one thing. And then I had a third roommate, and bless her soul, like, that poor woman, she belonged in a nursing home. she'd been living in an independent living space, but it was obvious that that's not where she should be. But apparently they don't know what to do with her because she is from Canada, and her family in Canada can't come get her because they're not allowed to like leave Canada right now because of COVID. So she's just like kind of stuck in this situation, and she keeps having health issues, and so she keeps coming into the hospital. And I overheard, you know, all this stuff. I'm not going to name names, of course, of any of these people because this is, you know, I wouldn't do that. And but yeah, so I always find it interesting hearing people's stories and about their lives and stuff. And this one, though, I couldn't really talk to too much because she was very, very deaf as well. And she was constantly just like yelling out like, "Hey, what?" I was just like, oh my God, lady, nobody's talking to you. But she thought people were talking to her when they weren't. And then when people were talking to her, she didn't hear them at all. It was just like, the nurses were so frustrated, and it was just, oh, this poor lady, man, she's just got it bad. So you know, those are my hospital stories. There were, you know, some interesting nurses there too that I had good conversations with. Some of them I didn't get along that great. There's one that I got along with really great up until the end, and then she gave me a panic attack. Because she was telling me something different than what the doctor had told me, and so I started to freak out. I was like, I don't know, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to do what you tell me, or am I supposed to do what the doctor told me? And I was like, I'm probably gonna go with what the doctor told me. And she's like, oh, she was like, I don't know who told you that. And it was just like, lady, you're just making me worse. And I had a full-on panic attack, which she ended up leaving the room for. And then the doctor came in and calmed me down and was like, no. She was like, that's not right. And I think John was there, and he went and said something to that nurse. He was like, hey, you know, that was not okay. So I told her, like, you know, if the doctor says something different, the doctor says something different. Like, why are you, you know, fighting it and telling her these things, and you can see that she was getting upset, and you just kept doing it. You know, it was like, I don't know what was said after that, because honestly, I didn't see her again after that. Like, it was literally, it was like an hour before I left that happened. And I was just like, that sucks, because I got along with her so great, and at the last minute, she, like, I don't know what was her problem, but she just, like, went on this weird thing, and it was like, that's not what I was told to do. And now you're telling me something else. It can get really confusing. If you have different health people telling you different things, yeah, I'm gonna go with the one with the most, like, the biggest credit, you know, like the doctor. I'm not gonna listen so much to the, you know, nurses if they're saying something opposite of the doctor, you know. And I spoke to so many different types of people there, so it was just like, what is this? But it's all in the past now, and I'm just working with other physicians and stuff, my regular physician and so forth. And I have had this on for 10 minutes, so I think I'm going to take it off. Throw that shit out. Yeah, it leaves like a lot on your face. So I'm just going to rub it in. My skin, after being there for 5 days with no skincare, yeah, my skin like totally dried out. Like, they gave you these wipes to wash your face with, or wash everything with, really. They were these big, thick, white things that had like a lot of oil in them, because when I put I could feel like, it was like, there's too much oil on my face, and then I would wipe the oil off and my face would just dry out, and I was just like, oh my god, this is terrible. So I couldn't wait to get home and start like cleaning my face again with what I like to use and using my products and things. But yeah, So that's what happened. That's why I've been gone for like a week, because I was in the hospital and I'm trying to get back on track. So I don't know how many videos will go out this week. I don't want to make any promises because I don't know what I'm going to be capable of, but I'm trying. So, and here's a Mass Monday for you today. I love you guys. I thank you so much for standing by me and just sticking with me. And I really, really appreciate all of you. So, please share and subscribe and all that good stuff. It helps me out a lot. And, bye-bye, kitty cat.